Wilson Pickett.
The Wicked.
That's
the
right.
Wicked Pickett.
Thank you, Will.
The Wicked Will Lee is right.
Our first guest is she's a wonderful actress, and she has a new show called Bent. Oh, Lord, really?
Ah, really? Bent.
Bent. It premieres March 21st, sadly, on NBC. I wish...
For once.
If she's going to do a show called Bent,
Yeah.
She should do it here.
Don't you think? I think so. For sure.
Well, we'll see what we can do about this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the always lovely Amanda Peet, everyone. Hi, Amanda. Welcome back.
Hi, Dave.
I was looking in the records, and you haven't been here since October of 2010 or something like that. But I think there was a baby involved there, right?
Maybe that's why I'm so incredibly nervous.
No, please don't be nervous. Relax.
I've been really nervous since about 11 o'clock this morning.
Really?
It's like my whole day is shot every time I have to come and see you, and it's just, I don't...
Okay, well, we'll do our best not to waste any more of your time.
It's just incredibly unpleasant.
Oh.
Really?
To be so nervous. But it's because I love you.
Is CeeLo Green still here?
You know, it's
Tell us
because I love you. That's why.
And don't even start there.
Okay.
Now tell me about your family.
They're doing well. Everybody's doing well.
Two little girls, is it?
Two little girls.
Yeah.
Molly is about to be two. To be two. And Frankie just turned 5. Yeah, Frankie just broke her arm, actually. So.
Oh my God.
A little while ago.
And how did this happen? Is she the active crawler climber kind of kid?
She's quite adventurous, but she crawled over the baby gate that we had for Molly at the bottom of the stairs, and then was playing some kind of adventure game and jumped off. And yeah, so we didn't know right away, because I guess with younger children, I don't know if Harry's ever had. Has he had a broken limb yet?
Not that we know of. But I mean, you say it's. But I know what you're saying. You just never know, because you don't want to be over vigilant, but yet you got to pay attention to almost everything.
Right, and she's at that age where she makes up a lot of things, so sometimes it's a little hard to tell what's really going on. So she said, my arm, and a few hours went by, and she was sort of going in and out of whimpering. What, child services? The story gets worse. So I called my brother-in-law, who's a pediatrician, and he always gets the first phone call, and he said, well, offer her some chocolate cookies and tell her she can only have them if she uses that arm. Look at me. I said, are you sure, Jeff? Dr. Jeff Gerber?
Good, get him in on this. I like that.
I called my sister. I said, I'm going to throw him under the bus. And so, sure enough, you know, she would kind of try to pick it up, and we'd say, no, you have to use it just by... Is someone really going to call child services?
No, it has a happy ending?
She had a broken arm.
Oh, my God.
No, so she wasn't crying or anything. Apparently, with toddlers, it can be hard to tell. And we took her to the doctor in the morning. She went right to sleep. She slept through the night.
She slept through the night with a broken arm?
Yes. I don't want to be one of those over-vigilant,
I
you
know, but I know. Well, I went through the same kind of thing. I was in the city, and my wife was at home with our son when he was like 6 months old, and I get the call. Everybody gets a call that he's rolled off the bed.
Yeah.
And so then it becomes, well, how exactly did he roll off the bed? Where were you? At the mall? And then you're off and running, Yeah.
Well, so we took her to her pediatrician, and he said he as well didn't think that she had a broken arm. But but because it was Thanksgiving, we decided to take her anyway, and the orthopedic...
Or put it off to the first of the year. Either one, we weren't quite sure. Oh, golly.
Look, it builds character, Dave.
Yeah. So
and the orthopedic surgeon didn't think it was broken either after
kidding me?
No, she was just going all over the place with it, but it was just suspicious because then when we would leave anywhere, she would just not use it anymore. So it was confusing. But then sure enough, we saw the X-ray and just two halves of a bone.
Wow. Why didn't they, at what point in the laughingly diagnostic process, did they run the X-ray?
Well, they did a sort of, they asked her, move your arm up, move your arm down. He was twisting it, does this hurt, does this hurt, does this hurt, and then sent her off after about 15 minutes.
Then to the X-ray?
Yeah.
Oh,
so she was tortured for a good 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, how is she doing now?
She's doing great.
But see, now, I want to...
She's in therapy.
No. No, this is, you've got yourself a good, solid kid here.
Yes.
And no thanks to you and your husband. But this is a kid who is ready for the rigors of life,
She's
physically
tough.
and emotionally.
She's
Yes.
tough.
How is your husband, by the way?
My husband's great. We've been separated a lot geographically because he's working.
No, he's busy on location.
We have a great home life,
Yeah.
really. I can't believe I'm about to tell this story after what I just said.
What
So
happened?
he runs Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland in Belfast, and I was shooting my romantic comedy Bent, which is about to be on NBC, and I had a really tough week coming up, so we had arranged that he was going to come home and help me with the kids that week because my hours were really bad, and obviously we want someone to be with the kids all the time. So as he was running in from his flight from London, I was running out to go shoot a night shoot, and he came in and he just looked kind of funny, kind of like this. And he stormed right by me, or he kind of skulked away. I said, honey, what's the matter? Did you have a bad flight? And he was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, well, what? What happened? And he said, no, I just think I might have broken my finger. And I said, how? How did you do that? And he said, I can't tell you. So I said, all right, whatever, I gotta go. I went to work, I got home from work, and his hands had swollen. It was like elephantitis.
Both hands?
So I said, you're gonna have to tell me what happened because I can't call my sister or go to the emergency room until you explain.
Right. Get out the cookies. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. You're so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he proceeded to tell me that in Belfast, it was their wrap party, and they got to drinking, and he decided to play a game of Mercy. You know what Mercy is?
I do now. I didn't know earlier today, but just now a young lady showed me, the producer, Nancy, showed me what it was.
Did you do it with
Yes,
Nancy?
and she's much stronger than I am. Honestly, it'll cause pain. Well, look at me, for God's sakes.
I wish my husband were as smart as you are in choosing your opponent, because I think we have a picture of the actor my husband
And the
chose.
idea is to get somebody to give up,
You
submit.
lock hands, so you lock...
And then it's
The way
this
you
deal,
got
yeah.
so into it was really... Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I try to get your
yeah.
wrist back, and you
Yeah.
try to get my
That's
wrist
right.
back.
And it can be quite painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the guy your husband was playing with.
So he proceeds to tell me he played Mercy with Jason Momoa, and he had a few drinks, and he didn't realize that he was getting hurt, yeah.
Was
So we go to the emergency room the next morning. I called my sister. She said, go early. Saturday is the emergency room. We go through triage. Everyone's saying, how did this happen? How did this happen? Tell him, honey. I would say, you know that guy Conan the Barbarian, Jason Momoa? He's enormous. And finally, the lovely doctor who was on call at the hospital took x-rays, and she came back and we said, what's the diagnosis? And she said, well, I mean, I don't want to say that his hands were crushed, but basically that's what happened.
Oh, man.
So he spent the week in 2 slings with his hands up here like this, unable to drive, on Vicodin, and not helping me very much with lifting up the children.
But it's, and also the guy he writes for a living, so nice going there.
Yeah. Take a dictation.
What a dope. Now listen, Bent.
Every time I come here, I do throw him under the bus. It's like.
Well, there's something wrong in the house. I mean, you can smell that coming up Broadway. Bent, I hope it's a huge success for you, but I'm sorry it's at NBC. Why not here? What would be the problem here?
I don't know if I can respond to that question. Can I?
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
Get this job. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the lovely Amanda Peet. Premieres 21st.